What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. Today's episode is going to have part 9 of the Daedalus Bloc storyline. As time ticks forward, we're going to figure out when that's going to happen. As always, there are timestamps in the description below. Feel free to jump forward to the mission start if you don't want to see the base management before then. SimStream Trainer 5 is done. We can go ahead and build the next bench. Pretty expensive, but we can get more people trained, which is kind of nice. Yeah, ultimately just going to play until we get a convo, and there we go. Do you remember the other shareholder that Byron was seeking? I was finally able to dig up some intel on Talia, but it seems it's too late. It took a lot of networking and bribery, but I found an old associate and drug dealer who used to visit Talia at an underground safe house. I had one of my bodyguards go and case the joint from a distance. I'd rather you let our people take that kind of delicate work. Noted. I should have come to you immediately. I rely on your discretion. I admit sending him was a mistake, because when he discovered the scene of a battle, he went in. The safe house had been hit hard. It was trashed, and Talia's bodyguards had clearly put up a last stand trying to get her to an escape room. Give us the location and we'll send someone. Hopefully your bodyguard was smart enough not to tamper with the evidence. He got out of there quickly, but was convinced the place was under surveillance. Talia's body was not there, so it's safe to assume she has been kidnapped. Damn it, we fed Vintago the intel that probably made this hit possible. There's still a chance we can find her. There is something else, which I find even more concerning. It seems like someone inside our organization is putting up a front of normalcy. They are posting flight plans and other public records as if to leave a paper trail that Talia is safe and moving about normally. So her bodyguards were killed, her safe house sacked, and her organization infiltrated enough they were able to hide her capture. Why the extra deception? I'm not sure, but we need to find out, and soon. Is she a big fish shareholder from the beginning of the Daedalus Bloc? She inherited her shares from her mother, who was one of the founding members of the bloc, and yes, by sheer count, Talia is a big fish in the pond. So the Vintago effort is being selective about who they go after, the biggest shareholders. Alrighty, so the safe house, and in watching it, could provide clues and that we need. We can send Magpie, great. This seems pretty easy. You're an ex-corporate hacker, so you're really good at it. Confirm Legger assignment, off we go. The safe house and anyone watching it could provide clues we need. Sounds like dangerous work, but the kind of thing I can handle. From what we've been told, the Vintago agents who made the strike may still be haunting the safe house, waiting to see if anyone comes to take a look. They're either something I'll need to avoid, or someone I'll need to have a little chat with. We'll see which. From everything you've said, it doesn't sound like Talia has much time. I'd better get packed and get moving. You've picked a capable operator for this Viking. Being able to rely on your whatever I need is more and more important to me. Don't get used to it. I'm a free agent. I only work for hire. So in your position, the power you hold, it needs an operator like me at their side. Let's wait and see if this partnership yields the results we both think it will. Let's suck up to her, you know? Someone in your position, you need someone at their side. From here, we're only going up. I'm thinking a lot about what it might take to ensure I can always call on you. Right, we're just the greatest. So we do have this legwork kind of in flight. Now what I can do is shorten the duration by 50. Actually, wait, are there other legworks that I might want to or have to run? None here, none here. Okay, so there's no other legworks in flight. So I'm going to make everything 50% faster. That's going to tighten this legwork up to 3 days 12. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 tokens just to guarantee that it's at 100%. Now it's going to be at 100. I know it wasn't updated instantly, but there we go. It's at 100. 3 days 12. I mean, I could have probably popped another one of these and, figure out the timing. I'm pretty sure I had... No, I don't have a grind token. That's gone for 2 days. Okay. All right, well, either way, we're still on it. Hardened target job here that I'm going to skip. Surgery getting fixed up. Actually, are there other people I can detox? Let me sort by stress real quick. They're all in surgery. You're already detoxing. I'll drop your stress by 10. That seems fine. Influence limit break for you. He can get Rook guns level 8. Let's try to trade favors while that happens. Weapon and mod not ideal. Darn, these are all kind of bad. Puppet Master's down, so at least buying higher level weapon mods has some level. Actually, no. This will let him buy level 7 plus weapon mods, which I don't even think drop right now. But we'll cap it out. Service is done. Is what it is. Great. He's good. Let's go detox the Cyber Knight now because you have 20 stress. Your detox is done. Good for you. Yep, everyone's kind of chill right now. I can send you in for 10%. That seems okay. Alrighty. Legwork done. Magpie has touched back down at the safe house. She's found our missing shareholder. Can't promise it'll last long, but I know where they're holding Talia. They moved her between a number of industrial facilities and makeshift prisons. Probably trying to cover their trail, make it hard to follow. Well, it worked out well enough. They made it difficult, but they also left behind a trail of personnel who knew too much. They set up a makeshift prison and a biomedical lab that is conveniently closed for maintenance. It's heavily patrolled. Whatever they're doing in there, they don't want any interruptions. You know we need to make this hit. We have to rescue her immediately. Whether they are torturing her or using her as some kind of leverage in their plans, we have to break it up right now. The Clockwork Rescue is ready to be planned to the Command HQ. It is due in 1 day, so guess what? We are kicking the Cyberknight out of detox. And everyone else doesn't need to go. Are people still in surgery as well? Some of them are, but it's looking playable. You're recovering in 12 hours. I'm going to save this for now, though. I don't want to risk going too close. Yeah, I need a hacker to do my Cyberknight. That makes sense. We can go ahead and buy Matrix Snoop. If a hacker is required, let's make the hacking as easy as we can. We'll buy that from Valerie. Don't need any of this stuff. Don't need to do anything special. Oops, sorry. Let me go back in here and get the right mercs ready. So prep for to deploy. Let's kick everyone out for a second. So I know I need Viking. We can't bring Magpie. We can bring Happy. That's fine. Who else is going? I think we're going to keep bringing Tractor and Nightstorm. I think that is reasonable. We're going to swap you back in for the sniper setup, I believe. That was this, I think. Looks about right. You're on that, you're on that. I need you to have some kind of special loadout. You've got your hacking stuff, which is good. I'm going to give you this so that you're reasonably durable, since you're not a great combatant otherwise. Your secondary can be... Let's give you a railgun for fun. Oh, right, we're trying to do unique items per slot. How can I manage that? I guess I have to give you melee and a railgun. Okay, let me see who's holding on to gear that doesn't need to. You're holding on to gear you don't need to. And anyone else? Oh, right, you are. You're holding on to gear you don't need to. Okay, I'll kick you out. And then it's going to be you two, because you're sort of unique. And the hacker is going to go ahead and play with a railgun, because why not? We've already got a sniper rifle, so not going to run one of those. I'll give you a railgun and a bat. I think that'll be fine. Let's put a scope on the railgun. Looks good enough here. As far as the armors are concerned, yeah, nothing too interesting here. That's not going to do almost anything for me at all. You're on this, which seems fine. Let me double check that we're good on silencers here as needed. Also, you're done with your objective. Let me spend a point here, which is going to be going towards zero interrupt and also grabbing... Let's go grab trunk patch. We'll go towards zero interrupt later. That should be fine, but you're not doing anything anyway. Yeah, so you have a loud revolver to go with your silenced sniper. That's fine. You've got a silenced SMG to go with your loud SMG. That's fine. You've got a bat to go with your railgun. That seems fine. And you've got a suppressed urban assault, which is not terribly loud, to go with a blade, and that seems decent enough. I guess you are skipping on a pistol right now. Let's actually have you wear one of the pistols here. I could have sworn I had a good one. Where's my good pistol? It's this one. There we go. I'll give you the good pistol. Put a silencer on it. Use the pistol accuracy. Yeah, this thing has pistol accuracy on it. We're going to equip this. That seems fine. And then that means I'm going to switch this bat for the song blade. It's not actually better. No, we'll keep the bat. The bat's better. Okay. This is our setup. Seems fine. These guys are all required. You've got juice. You've got smoke and heal. You've got smoke and drugs. You've got heal and drugs. Seems fine. Here's our team. We can read the blurb. Need to infiltrate the Jupiter Group facility as quickly and as quietly as possible. The Ventago forces are holding Talia Strauss somewhere in the facility. So once we are inside, we need to complete the rescue and escape before the heaviest reinforcements are able to arrive. This is likely our sole chance to free the shareholder. Alright, prep 4 mercs. Here's the 4 mercs. Let's go. We're here. Time to get to work. Gonna have to find a way to bring the security barrier down. For a place shutter for maintenance, they sure have it locked up tight. That they do. Looks like I could take control of the main gate from the terminal in the yard. Get me there and I'll crack the facility wide open. Keeping as stealthy as possible during the infiltration will help reduce immediate resistance inside the facility. If the Sec AI reaches level 3, we will face stiffer immediate resistance inside. Okay. When I played this last time I played this during early access, I did manage to clear it quietly. 2 per turn is pretty chill, so it's not going to be that tough to get that to go down, but we'll figure out what we want to do. I would like to greed for all the loot boxes if I can, though. Maybe not these so much, but we're already going here anyway, so... And then we have to be in these 2 locations, right? So, like, these boxes aren't that far out of the way. Anyway, I do need to... I actually only generate 1 recoil. That's wild. This weapon's recoil is 2. Yep. Alright, I could use the Urban Assault. With the crit, it is likely he dies, which allows me to trigger Steamroll on the team. So I'm going to do that because I want to buff the team. I want to... Let's see, I want to take this camera down with the Agent EX. So what I'm going to try to do is... I'm still going to kill some guys on this half of the map. Wait, how good is my accuracy, by the way? What's my optimal? My optimal is 22 with a range of 29. Okay, so, like, that doesn't reach very well. The Urban Assault would, but I want to use the pistol instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. And then come out here and use 2 AP to shoot. That should be reasonable. Jumps in. We get another Song Blade. That seems pretty good. Go here. That's 2 shots pretty cleanly. Range sure should be fine. Yep, it's totally fine. 100% to hit. And then... no crit, but we can figure it out. That crit kills him. Alright. Good enough start. So let's see. Ideally, Tractor gets to walk up here and is able to drop something. So let me do a little bit of fancy feet. The goal is, let's see, let's try to kill these guys. Let's trigger Vector. I have plenty of move points here. But we're going to start with Ricochet. Oh, I don't have line of sight easily because you're blocking me. Let's take 1 step forward to get to here. Okay, now let's Ricochet one of the guards. And we can do both of them, it looks like. Alright, let's start here. That's you almost certainly dying. Okay, not quite a kill. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm not in range to skull shot you, really. Wow. Alright, well, I'm going to walk up like this. This should allow me to skull shot and get an action point back. Or 3 action points back. Guaranteed glancing it, so it's pretty much guaranteed he's dead. Okay, and there's 1300 damage crit, which is quite often expected, to be honest. There we go. That's going to hit. Ah, again, I don't quite get it. That's too bad. If I go here, let's see, how loud is this revolver? Okay, loud at 38. So as long as I have no... So, yeah, that means I will have perfect information in that if they're not showing up as someone's going to hear, they're not going to hear. Anything with over 40 meters of sound, it's entirely possible to be in a spot where... And then I'm going to have you delay so that Happy can try to take some of this stuff down with Line Crawler. So if I go here, I am in Line Crawler range, which is what I want. Okay, let's start with this. We can do other hunting as needed. I can even walk another step forward if I really have to. But I'm going to Line Crawler that so we can walk past it. I'm not in range to shoot with this gun, so best I can do is kind of run up and be fire support. This should be reasonably safe behind this column, but it's not perfect. Happy can make pretty good progress. Not perfect progress, but that's fine. My entire team is doing well on initiative, so I'm going to choose to pretend that there's going to be no concerns here. And, oh yeah, I forgot to buy any leverage. Leverage would have been good. I forgot to do that. This mission would be easier if I bought leverage. Oh well. Again, I'm pretty sure my rolls are all going to be fine. We get a nice Line Crawler bounce to there, which seems reasonable. Alright, well, not having any more action points makes this slightly harder. I cannot get this... Oh, he's behind that. That makes sense. Of course I can't get him in line of sight. Alright, well, I can go here and shoot this guy. If I crit, downer pops, and that's actually quite useful. Considering I get 3 hits here, the odds of this triggering are very, very high. So I think I'm going to do this to basically debuff everybody. Should make the rest of this easier. That's a crit. There's downer on everybody, so slows them all down a little bit. Lower initiative and all that. Easier to hit. Fun things. Yeah, no special leverage here. That's fine. Tractor has some space to work with now. I'm pretty tempted just to play fully loud, but that could be a little scary. Am I really willing to do that? Because you're almost impossible to hit, and that's a real problem. I think Nightstorm's going to be busy grabbing loot. Going here, triggering this, and it is what it is. You have to go pretty far to get the other guy in line of sight. So I'm tempted to go with silenced here. Go somewhere like this, and it'll be decent. But I also kind of want to delay and see what they actually do. Or, and the problem is you're looking that way, so if you're looking this way, I could use Shadow and you'd like all get pulled over, but I don't have that. So, and if I was a Vanguard, I could use Lure and pull them all, but I don't have that either. So I'm pretty sure I need to just sit here and wait and figure out what the guards actually do. Enemies Happy needs to be a little cautious here. I think this will be pretty safe. We have a lot of stuff in the way. You should be fine. As I said, you're going to go grab loot here, so I'm just going to do that now. Okay, cool. Ares Redline Reflex. Okay. Get a reflex sight for something. Need to go towards that. I think I should have walked this way, not this way, but it's not a really big deal. You're walking around. You shouldn't see anything. In fact, you are kind of good at, like, you're in kind of strong cover, which is too bad. Okay, cool. You're walking away, which is helpful. Very helpful to me. Unfortunately, this guy right here, I cannot get the exact initiative points that I want. So if I walk like this, I get to duck your line of sight pretty easily. And I think I can get onto this Matrix host now, cleanly. Yeah, well, we'll run, which should be fine. No one's going to hear the footsteps. I get one tally from that, which is okay. Should be in range to jack in, and I am. Alright, here is our host. It's pre-revealed, which is very, very nice. Here's all these. Oh, you have the bad deck. Shoot. I forgot to switch the cyber deck back for my other hacker, so I've got really, really poor tools for this. I might not grieve for the loot then, because it's going to be so crappy. Yep, that's my mistake. I do have 2 spoof tokens, so I'm not too afraid of all this, but this is definitely not ideal. We'll leave connection health the way it is. AP is going to be a real constraint above everything else. Since I have very inefficient programs overall. That really hurts. Darn, that's a really big mistake. Oh well. Okay, you're walking away. It's fine. Cool, you guys are way over there. Yeah, I don't have line of sight on this guy at all. I don't have another line crawler charge either. Is this guy actually killable? I think no. This is going to be too awkward for now. You rolled an 18, so yeah, you're going to be going pretty early next turn. I think all I can do is kind of walk up here and just be that little bit closer. Let's go ahead and deafen you to footsteps. That might have a little bit of value at some point. But yeah, I'm just going to end my turn already. Okay, that camera being down is helpful. Orders received. Someone did walk by a camera, so he's gonna go intercept that. That's fine, though. We're still in pretty good spots overall. Not worried about this. I'm gonna have you play for loot. That may or may not snap in. If I fail to snap in, it's because I screwed up in the previous turn. Yep, okay. If I had taken a straighter route, I would have saved 1 action point. Oh well. Good enough. Walking forward. You actually will probably find my Cyber Knight, but your turn's going to be over, so it's fine. Okay, getting spotted is not ideal, but let's Iron Grip. Let's aim lock. Good enough. And then you're just dead to the next attack. Might as well save the action point and not go full auto. Great. Delay. You're walking. You're now deaf to footsteps. You're gonna go get this done. Let's see. Let's once again prioritize action points. And then tally. Program loading. I'm just gonna go here and null up again. A little bit of connection health, not the end of the world. Woke up 0 ice. Yep, they're all dead. 1 active, 1 passive is right there. That's fine. Tally, then connection use. We scan the neighbors, a little bit of active, a little bit of trap. That should be fine. Load a program, hard disconnect. Got it. Any action. This is the more deadly one. So we'll go here. Take a little bit of pain. Connection health's getting kind of low. Not the end of the world yet. Hack the device here. Exit door shall be open. Okay. Great. Let's see. What else are we attached to, by the way? Random other devices that I'm just not going to grab loot from. I think that's kind of the play. Well, yeah, it's like I could choose to go to sec level 3 anyway just because and make it more difficult. I guess, you know what, screw it. Since the last time I ran this, I did it quietly. I'm going to intentionally try to get sec level 3 just to see what the mission looks like when it's angsty like that. So the plan is, this is opened. Great. No reason to turn off devices. Let's move around the map. Let's load these things. Let's come down here. Connection is getting kind of bad, so I'm going to go in this order. Okay. We're not hitting escalations just yet. There's that. Alright, well, I'm screwed. I'm going to get dump shocked here. My connection health is going to be at 0. No matter what I do, I get hard disconnected. If I move, I get dump shocked. Like, it's not showing the damage yet, because it's giving me the chance to disconnect. But because the escalation was move and lose stuff, there's no way around this. I'm just going to get hit. So, like, we can try that. What? Like, if I move, you're at 0, bye. And so she's under dump shock, takes a bunch of stress, is what it is. It's fine. Let the guards move. You're actually told to patrol and do stuff. Let's see what you actually end up doing. Found a corpse. Yep. And you're just patrolling around. We're going to go ahead and greed all the boxes here. Move you there, it's fine. These boxes are already grabbed. This one needs to be gotten. Alright, Tractor, what you got, if anything? I've got pretty good initiative rolls now, so I'm not too worried about this. I think we just take this shot, it'll look decent. If I crit, he's dead. If I don't crit... Wow. That's a lot of damage, but we don't kill him. I don't want to get spotted. I'm just going to stand up here. That's going to be even more tally if I don't kill him. I guess I don't really care if I'm generating tally, but also... I mean, I kind of want to, but I also don't want to be in danger. I mean, no, I guess we let it happen. Right, we let it happen because we actually want to go sec level 3 because I want to know what happens. And so we'll just, yeah, run through a bunch of stuff. A bunch of devices hate me. Get some loot. Great. Run back across the middle here. No, we're going to run towards this. Their initial rolls are all bad, so I'm not worried about getting cut off. He's going to get reports of violent intruders. Or dangerous intruders, sure. We get reinforcements, which we can use to generate more tally. In fact, I just found some corpses. That's going to be more tally. Alright, getting sec level 3 should be easy at this point. Need to rewind my hacker before I go in. That'll make things easier. A lot of guards being dispatched. Don't care. Okay, obviously don't want to get shot. That would be bad. So I'm going to run towards this. And want to kill this dude. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to rewind the hacker before I forget. This guy's dead. That steamroll popping again. I'm going to run by the camera just because I can. I think Tractor will have no problem getting that kill, so I'm just not even going to worry about it. There's a chance I'm screwing up, but I think it's fine. I am still under aim lock. I might need Iron Grip, because recoil will add up here. So let's go. Right, there's a chance I don't crit anything, or I low roll the damage. Oh, we're fine. Alright, you're dead. Let's go keep getting loot boxes. This should likely line up pretty well. Alright, great. Seems decent. We can now do a bunch of... Let's see, you can go back in now. Load your talents and cover the bottom half of the host now for more loot. Load the things... Connection use blocked. Here's the CPU. Null op 1. It's all gone. Spike because I can. Let's load anti-trap. Turns out didn't need deception. If you use a program, if you load a program, got it. If you don't load any programs, take the downloads. This is all done. Not going to take off devices. Disconnect. We finally got what we came for. I think I'm a little bit in danger if I stick around like that. So I'm going to actually have her, because they run forward, I'm actually in a weird position. So what I'm going to do is actually start here. I probably should use trigger vector, but I was like, oh, well, if I don't need it yet, because they're not fighting, I want to save it for a turn. You're going later this turn, let me wait. Did I screw up? Are you getting seen? Yes, I am. Thankfully ended his turn. He's going to start hunting, probably. No, he's following sec AI. Right, that makes sense. You're doing the same thing. And let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger vector in order to get in range to shoot this guy. I think just a regular attack is fine. Chance at critting is very, very low. We just get some damage. That's okay. Guard sniper is moving. You found a corpse. You're already done. Interesting. Great, you're pretty much guaranteed to die. Let's just knock you out. I could have gotten 2 more tally by letting him stay in combat, but I didn't want to risk getting shot at, even though it was probably always going to be fine. We're still able to farm reinforcements for this, and as their corpse timers run out, it'll still look pretty decent, so I'm not really worried about it. Alright, well, the AI is dispatching guards, not a big surprise. Let's see, so you don't have anything up right now. Viking, though, can tactical surge the whole team. That seems pretty worthwhile. And so I would like to be somewhere I can shoot all of them. I can't quite get line of sight, so it's going to be somewhere like this. That seems pretty playable. Alright, I should have a downer charge ready. If I don't, it is what it is. Yeah, downer's up, so this is a likely crit, which means a very likely... There's 1, there's 2, that's downer. Makes the job that little bit easier. I think I reload the gun here and it's fine. Actually, one thing I could do, I'm going to do a delay here, because I can use things like look ahead and interference spike to make them both lose their turns. But if I don't have to, I won't do it. Let's put you somewhere you can fight. Looks like right there is reasonable. Let's go ahead and iron grip for recoil control. Let's start the aim lock again. Here we go. Some pretty good damage. And then my recoil is very, very low thanks to everything. And I can keep unloading and I get some really good damage. That's extra automatic landing. Let's see. CK's going to grab these 2. You're going to run over here. That seems fine. Great. We are getting sec level 3, so mission accomplished on that front. Okay, you're going to grab this box. We're going to have Night Storm grab that one. CK goes here, Tractor goes there, something like that. Everyone's got their own objectives now. I don't got to fight these guys. I'm just going to run towards my things. They're going to get sent toward me, don't get me wrong, but for now I'm fine. At some point I'll have to prioritize reloading. For now I don't have to. You can grab some loot. Okay, sure. And then I will reload the sniper rifle since I will have to use it in a near future turn. You're hunting, good for you. Vikings on the way over there. These guys are... Oh, wait. Let's make sure they're not threatening. They are coming up closer, so I should be a little bit coy. Alright, so if I run here... This guy rolled a 21. I'm not worried about that. I'm fine to stop right here. Alright, it is not under sec level 3. There are guards right there. I can bypass them. There's an E-medic, a suppressant, and someone else. That's all fine. You're going to see me. I don't like that. Do I have to atomic stutter you? Yes. Otherwise you're going to wake up these guards and it's going to be really, really miserable. So I'm going to walk up here, get seen. You know I'm there. It no longer matters that you know I'm there. I've stunned you. And Stutter has a 2-turn cooldown now. We get a shotgun, we get a barrel mod, we get some money, we get some crafting mats. That all seems fine. Let's kind of hug... Actually, let's kind of go around here, because if these guys walk forward, I'm scared. Let's see, let's look ahead, you guys. Where are you headed? Okay, vaguely my direction. Got it. Let's make sure I'm hiding from that then. I kind of want to stand here and then wait. Just kind of see what they do. But still going to try to do what I can to bypass them entirely and not have to deal with this at all. Cool. Seems interesting. This camera is not important. I'm not going to bother. Let's go tractor. You're going to grab that, no problem. Yep, looks very safe. That's all you. Motion sensor finds me. I don't care. Nice. We got a critical 2 blueprint. That's good. We get... yeah, looks pretty solid. Better crafting mats. Is someone there? Alright, you're already done. Good for you. I'm going to have you delay to make sure none of these guys are scary. Similar for you. You're thankfully useless. You are looking around and not getting very far. You're going where I thought you were. Ooh, yep, okay. Glad I was behind that. Similar for you. Jumps over and we're chilling. And then you're stunned. For just enough longer. Alright. Initiative rolls are fine for almost everybody. I'm going to have Viking stand here and end his turn and double check the initiative is going to be fine. Yep, it's fine, which means Nightsong can go aggro and is totally reasonable. So I'm thinking we snipe one of these guys and hope it's good enough, kind of thing. Trigger vector is down till next turn. I think I'm going to use Flush to lower armor, because Flush drops armor by 10%. It also gets you out of cover, but... yeah, what I want is to make sure this guy is, like, relatively killable. I'm going to get some tally. I don't really care. Okay, we get a tiny bit of damage. He's now angry. Next turn starts. We get a report of dangerous intruders. Alright, let's go play the game. So Tractor can't do very much just yet. She counts as spotted, though, so if we get into a real fight, she's going to be sad. Still, though, I'm going to delay. Happy's going to do a yield so that Viking can go. And, yeah, you're still stunned for this and the next turn. So my goal here is to open up and do as much, like, armor shred as I can. We got a little bit of shred. We get the downer. Pop, that's important. Okay, you're definitely dead. We can just focus on you afterwards. So you're gone. Great. There's steamroll for the team. Running out to here should be fine. I'm not worried about this guy actually finding me. And I'm just going to put this here as a initiative debuffer for anyone walking through that way. Should be reasonable. Ms. Railgun can come in, and that should be highly accurate with downer on. This should work pretty well. So you can go... maybe I could have found a way to get in range with one fewer action point. I don't think so, though. Yeah, so highly, highly accurate. Down you go. It'll be another 2 turns till we get all the way there, but we're doing pretty well so far. Let's have Nightsong just simply wait, see what these guys do. Alright, you chose to hunt. You never heard the gunfire. I don't think, anyway. So we are chilling. And that means, yeah, we can start getting out. I'm actually going to scramble this device. Just because now we actually are trying to get out and not get into any more fights. So I'm going to try to generate as little angst as possible. I believe we triggered no security devices, except for this camera seeing this body. But they're going to be heading there, not here. So it should be okay. You're for sure useless. You're stunned. And you can sneak into here. You're fine where you are, but if I have to cover the exit for some reason, I can do so. Here's the reload. You are done. Looks like Jamkit bounced to that platform there. Escalation is Matrix High Alert. Don't care. Cameras come around and see some stuff. Probably anyway. I think you're fine getting spotted. Let's put you here. That seems acceptable. You're still stunned for this turn. These guys are too far away to matter. You're good. Not sure I'm getting everyone, but that's okay. You're done. Tractor's turn. We can park with 1 AP left in case we have to do something for some reason. I don't know why I would, but it's there. Yep, you're dumb. You're going to stay where you are. I'm going to move one over in case for some reason this square needs to be occupied. I don't know why it would be, but don't want to kick myself. And this should work. Yep, there we go. You bring your cursor like right here and you can get a little bit, you can get like 2% more distance. And that sometimes matters. Cool. Alright, we're coming in with sec level 3 or higher. Here's what that looks like. Don't want to overstay our welcome. We're clear, but don't slow down. Okay. So part 1 complete. Part 1 of part 9 is complete. You're past the security gate. Now for the hard part. We've bought ourselves some extra breathing room. No, we haven't. That's a bug. I'm going to report that real quick. Low priority bug. So Daedalus Bloc part 9. Dialogue bug. Low security breathing room. But we failed the secondary objective. My CK here is talking about how we successfully kept security level low, but I intentionally failed that secondary objective. All right. Wait till it pops up. Let's keep going. Time to hit them and hit them hard. It's time for the secure data center. Let's go. Something is not right. I'm not picking up any obvious areas that would be a prison cell. Damn it, if they aren't holding her in a cell, they picked this biomedical lab for a reason. Why? That's ominous. The main lab experimentation platform is close. That must be where they have Talia. What are they doing to her? We have a limited shot to free her and get out of here. Let's make this count. Once we get free of the place, Paige will be waiting to get our charge under protection. It's a good thing we kept it quiet in the yard. They aren't charging us yet. Okay, well, that's incorrect. Now, we are in at sec level 4, but they are coming in as unaware. Fair enough. Let's see. We could always, greed the loot boxes. I don't mind that. I don't hate that. Let's once again try to open with a good stealth kill so that we can trigger steamroll for the team and come out swinging. Alright, there is a guard captain over there. Pretty tanky, pretty healthy. Understood. Chance at critting here is decent. Nice, we take that. High roll's always good. And I figure we'll keep using these sort of isolated stealth kills. Yo, 2 coin flips in a row. We're the best. More to here. Let's grab the box. Not bad. Cool. Another... several actually pretty good things. I'm pretty tempted to walk up and take this shot with the pistol. Okay, a lot of guards around, but the goal would be to trigger downer. So coin flip if it crits. I'm pretty much going to land the shot, but the thing I want is the coin flip crit to, get the downer debuff on everybody. Unfortunately, this is the crit we failed. Now, that said, the other guys wouldn't have died if I didn't crit, so I'm not mad about it, but unlucky all the same. So let's see. We'll have... So the hacker is my worst combatant, so she's going to be taking down cameras and grabbing loot boxes. Otherwise, the goal is... Ooh, wait, hold on. Can Night Song be useful? You have... Yeah, I didn't bother taking any of the revolver stuff. You're just a sniper. Which means I really need to find a way to shred this guy. I would love to get the full auto cone on 2 people. That seems really unlikely here. Let's go piecemeal. Pathfinding was freaking out a little bit. Okay, going here seems acceptable. You're on 24, but Viking goes earlier than that, so I'm not too worried about the end results. Okay, a lot of guards. I'm tempted to go quiet. You're going to see the corpse, but you won't turn... But what I really don't want it to is to generate a ton of tally from gunfire. What's actually important here? I kind of want to line crawl this, by the way, but I'll wait until I know if I need to spend action points or not. So if I use the gun this way... This is my high damage gun, and I'm going to generate a lot of tally, which is not ideal. But if I can set up a good defensive position here, I can kind of pull them in. And I think that actually might be correct. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pull them in. I'm just going to be loud. It's fine. We get a crit. We get a ton of damage here. I'm going to go for a basic hit here to try to save a little bit of action points, which lets me go here. I want this line of sight, but it's hard to get. Yeah, I don't have line of sight on any of these guys, so I want to spend... Oof. And if I'm standing, like, here, that's not safe. Like, that's... Actually, that's pretty safe. Okay, I think that's actually safe enough. I can stand here. I can line crawler this. Now, we made gunfire sounds only once. I'm tempted to have Happy not turn the camera off and trigger more tally. Try to pull more guards over and get them away from here, because this is just... It's swarming with guards. So, standing you here, she'll be safely hidden behind cover. She won't be able to get shot. And she can kind of peek out and shoot from there. That seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, I think this is a good enough spot for you to stand. So we've triggered gunfire once and a camera once. That should work pretty well at pulling guards over. We'll get 2 of them, basically. And then you, I'm tempted to not... Well, let's see. If I trigger Vector, I get 2 shots there, which seems pretty worthwhile. No one... Well, actually, no. You would hear gunfire. If I... Actually, I'm tempted to revolver. 24 meters? This revolver is accurate at 22. That's going to be good enough. Yeah, I'm going to trigger Vector and revolver to make more noise. I almost don't want the bonus damage. No, let's just do it. Yeah, I'm going to trigger Vector. I'm going to move over. I'm going to run here. That gives me 3 shots. I likely won't use all 3, which is why trigger Vector might have been a bit of a waste. I'm hoping you don't crit at 9%. The odds are low. Great. Shot 1 was loud. Shot 2 will kill, but it was also loud. We get an escalation. That's fine. I'll spend my 2 AP reloading here. As I said, I didn't necessarily need trigger Vector there. But now we should be pulling, what, 4 individual guards from gunfire 3 times and a camera once, which is what I want. As you guys run up here and... Ooh, you are really not in good cover. She's going to get spotted by someone coming up these stairs. That's... Well, she's going early, so I can get her out of the way, but yep. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and someone probably off screen. What's the escalation? Body timers. Great. That's more tally. They're going to go right here, though. Then actually, no, there's 2 guards back here. Okay. So 4 guards were sent. You are not allowed to stand there. So I unfortunately have to waste a lot of action points, because there's no way that's safe. And I don't have smoke, right? I mean, I have a smoke grenade, but I don't want to waste that if I can help it. So I've got to run you all the way back across. It's kind of unfortunate. It is what it is. Now you're safe. It's my own darn fault. You're fine behind this. Let's let the guards all come over. You're on a patrol. You're on a patrol as well. You're definitely going to hear gunfire when that happens. You're still useless. You're going to wait. You're going to wait. There we go. You're walking up. You're going to tell other guards to be suspicious as you walk by them. You're patrolling uselessly. Okay. Standing around. You're walking up now as well. Yep, okay. Investigating, found a corpse. He's now very angsty, right? He went from a slow walk to a run. He's properly scared. So you can kind of tell a little bit of their mind state based on if they literally run versus walk. But the nice thing is we now have 2 guards right up here, is what we wanted. So we can play it out. So if I can't delay the right amount, unfortunately. So I kind of want to start using... I mean, I don't have to for sure use Ricochet, but... Oh, I think Ricochet doesn't ever have max range problems, because Sniper Rifle cannot hit at this range, right? You're going to see minus 361% because it's the square of 19. But I can just Ricochet and laugh. Although at this range I might as well Revolver. Although even that range isn't great, so... And I can't yield a large amount is kind of a core problem here. So I think I'm going to run here. I'm going to shoot you and then look for a Ricochet on somebody else, and that'll be the turn for her. You're all going to see me. I don't care. Shooting you. Likely kill, but not guaranteed. 400 damage, not quite a kill. Skull Shot is very likely to succeed, so I'm going to go for that. 79%, we get it. That's 3 AP back. And now I can Ricochet. 95% seems decent enough. If I go... I had one, right, for a second. It's a Captain. Ooh, he's got an initiative of 24. Okay, I can't mess with that. You're killable, though. Do I want one of these? I don't know if these are better. Let's look for weird Ricochet angles. It was around here. I mean, that's just way cooler. I'm doing it just because of swag. Ah, he's not dead. But it's still way cooler. I actually can't get enough of how fun that is. Alright, so I'm going to have Viking lead here because he's already in range for all this stuff. Down goes 1, down goes 2. Seems like a good start. I am going to walk up and stun you because there's no way your initiative is going to be good enough to deal with this. And Atomic Stutter is going to be in range there, so that's the play. Stun you. Great, you're alert, but who cares? Happy is going to have to try her best to be cool. Unfortunately, we are not in range of you whatsoever. And Recoil is on cooldown. I can use Rewind to get there. She's going at like 22 next turn with Rewind, so we'll kill Kato, but... still not beautiful. Yeah, you're not in range to do almost anything. Okay, I'm in railgun range right there, which seems like... seems good enough. You're already stunned, but I have no one else in range, so I guess I'll just shoot. Here you go. 90%. Decent crit chance, actually. Alright, we get the shred. Railguns are very good at shred, so we take those. Tractor's here. Kind of wild she chose the name Tractor of all things. I mean, I'm not in range of anything else, so I'm just going to go for it, I guess. No reason to use Iron Grip. We're only taking one shot. I guess it would increase my damage a bit, but I'd still... I'm getting second charge next turn. Let's do it. I'm doing it primarily for a little bit of accuracy and a little bit of damage. Okay, well, he crit anyway, so he's dead for sure. Running down here should be fine. Ooh, I want to run somewhere like this. This gives me range to more people. And most of my team is doing well on initiative, so I should feel pretty comfortable being all the way up here. By the... what the hell? Yeah, that's kind of bad. That seems not great. What is that? Talia's hooked up to some medical something. Looks like it has SimStream components, but is a hacked together abomination. Viking, what's up now? This is unexpected, but Paige is incoming. What? Yeah, I know. She's trying to patch through to our channels and talk to us, and evidently, her hover transport is dropping her and a team in the yard outside the facility. Could this night get any more cracked? Okay, patch her through. Viking, hope I'm not too late. This is definitely not how we do business, Paige. If you're party crashing, we need to know ahead of time. If I had any more heads up, I would have cleared it with you, but I think I know why Talia is here. We have eyes on her. We'll be pulling her plugs and getting her up momentarily. From what we can see, they're frying her brains. I'm more interested in why you are here right now. They're frying her brains. Talia is in a bad way, but she is not dead. There's still a way we can save her. How do you know anything about what they've got plugged into her brain pan? A chance discovery. I was preparing my change proposal for the Daedalus Bloc governance contract. As I warned, I might need to take a big risk and come in physically to cast a decisive vote. So I was reviewing sanctioned TNS terminal locations, and this facility has one. A Daedalus Bloc shareholder had some cybernetic upgrades done here a month ago, and requested a line be put in. That is too coincidental. They've been prepping this location for a long time. You should put that shareholder on your not even toggle list. But what good does a TNS connection do? I don't know, but I think it's part of their plan. They won't kill her, I know that much. You need to take control of the center of the lab and hold it. I can help her. I know I can. I'm coming in. You didn't answer my question. I'm coming in. Take the platform, protect Talia. We need to take and hold the lab against all attackers for 4 turns. Okay. Well, Tractor's turn is still done. We get escalation behind us, reinforcements. Should be fine. They're not coming in as fully alert, so not a huge deal. Random guards being dispatched. Don't care too much. These guys can be dealt with. I need to rewind Nightstorm so that she can keep using buffs. I don't think I need to rewind Tractor. All of her stuff is up that I care about. I don't want to waste the AP if I can help it. So I want to go somewhere like this, where I've got line of sight on 2 guards and can kill them reliably. I think I can't get anything better than that, so yeah, just kind of go here and shoot, and it'll be decent. A lot of guards are going to hear the gunfire. These guys are going to hear it, and I can't do much about that one. So up we go. Yeah, sadly, these guys are all kind of blocked off. I think we can keep you up a bit longer. It's going to fit some of these sniper angles a bit better. I think you're like in a weird cover situation. So I'm going to aim at you. There's a crit and a kill. That's nice. Downer hits 1. That's fine. Tractor is going to... Let's see. I'm going to yield to Nightstorm so she can get that kill on that guy. There's the buff. Here's... Okay, I guess I did have Ricochet up available again. Okay, let's run out to here, try to get a Ricochet angle. There we go. Right up there. Yep, that'll work. Down you go. See you, nerd. Alright, second Ricochet. I'm thinking is reasonable. Kill the random guard, leave the guard captain up. I think that's fine. Not a guaranteed kill, but it's still looking pretty good. Not quite dead, but 1 HP. If I run down here, these guys aren't going to be behind me immediately. No, I want to be behind a wall a little bit in case we have a bad initiative roll. That should be fine. Track needs to get a couple of these kills now. That's going to be line of sight on him, which is good. Then I can do a cleanup shot there, most likely. Let's see, I need to put aim lock... No, I don't need to put aim lock back on just yet. That's a guaranteed kill. Actually, I'm going to shoot with the quieter gun to pull less attention. You're always dead anyway. Down you go. Still got aim lock available. Let's go aim at you. Should be some pretty good damage. Maybe shouldn't have gone for the loud one. We get a bunch of angst via gunfire. But, oh well. Put you here. That should be fine. Let's have the guard captain move. We should all be behind cover, so it's not too dangerous. But I will be a little concerned about initiative rolls. Okay, we're looking okay here. I can shoot here with the railgun. It's inside optimal range. What I'm going to do instead probably is run up with the bat. This will give me a stun, no problem, and I can run... Ooh, I could just run up here. He's going to turn alert, but it lets me start the countdown sooner, which I think is worthwhile. I think that is... I think that's a positive. Oh, you're over here in suspicious, by the way, but... No, I don't want to have that many people who can threaten me. If we roll poorly on initiative, I don't want to be in a weird spot. So I'm going to run up here and I'm going to stun bat. Stop right there, intruder. Look, just take a nap, okay? You get a nice crit, which is cool. But ultimately, you're going to take a nap. You're running around this way. You're getting a little closer than I would like you to. Okay, that could be a problem. Okay, thankfully you're not running towards the alert guards. We're going to be okay. But Jibo rolled really high on initiative, and so she's going right away. This becomes a problem. Because she's going to walk by, turn alert by seeing Katu, and it's going to get really awkward. Alright, this is getting... Yeah, this is going to be a whole ordeal. Are you actually going to fail? Oh, yep, there's your alert. You will probably try to shoot me. Okay, you might have 1 AP left. No, you don't. That's actually hugely lucky. Alright, I need to stun this guy and keep everyone away. Okay, this should be fine. So you're very unlikely to run past the rest of my team. This guy for sure needs to be stunned, though. You're way too annoying. I'm going to drop initiative on everybody in this area. That lets my entire team go before you, which is important. You're stunned for this turn, but not beyond that. This kill is pretty important, all things considered. Let's see, Steamroll and Downer are available, so I think we should just take this and... That should downer everybody, though, which is very good. Yep, it deals a lot of people, which is very helpful. Let's see. I'm going to run down to here, which should be in decent cover and not get spotted by anybody. We made plenty of noise, though, don't get me wrong. This is a pretty free attack. I could wait a whole bunch and make sure it's safe for everybody else. Let's see. You're stunned, and you're running up. Actually, I'm allowed to wait. Let's see. At 13, there's nothing scary here. I'll just go ahead and wait. Let's see. What's correct for Tractor to do? Is it also wait? You're stunned, and then yeah, I can go at 12. It's fine. So we let you run up, which gives us more info. Okay, we know what you're doing now. It's good. This guy's stunned. All right. So let's see. I can go here. I need to reload, but I can get one shot on this guy, and it's fine. The gun's going to be loud, but I think the positioning is okay. Actually, there's a chance this guy is not useful at all. Right? We might not have to care, because he's going towards something over here, which isn't scary, so... Excuse me. I'm tempted to... I mean, this guy has to die still. That shot is kind of poor because of range. But I think we're allowed to have a lot of our team wait and see what these guys actually do and act later in this turn. That seems kind of correct. Let's see, how many action points do we need to get here? Okay, I can spend 2 AP attacking and I can still get here. Let's do that. You're going to be good at it. Decent shred. This guy is gone. And you can now make it here. Let's make sure you're in some kind of cover. I don't know what even counts as cover up here, but I think this will be playable. This will be far enough away that we're okay. Yeah, this should be fine. This is pretty clearly in the square. Alright, we are holding the lab, and she's got a railgun, so she'll be like kind of useful up here. It's okay. Let's see, so the last few guards, right, you three are probably all going to be sent to come down this way. You're going to for sure come down there. Tractor has to leave. I only have 1 action point left. This shot is not the greatest, and I really want to figure out who needs initiative next turn. I think by ducking here I'm safe, so I can actually do this and it's fine. Tractor, I think, needs to get rid of footstep noise. And then running here should be safe as well. Camera sees me, it is what it is. A lot of stuff I can sell. We're getting really, really rich, that's for sure. You're at 22. I really don't want to shoot you if I can help it. Alright, so they're all on the way. Into the various debuffs. Up you go as well. The -2 on all their initiative rolls is useful. Yeah, you're going to be up there. Maybe hunt? Okay. And you're hunting the wrong way, which is fine for me. And then you are going where? Wow. Just that? Okay, fine. I guess, yeah, he was sent to go check the corpse timer out, right? So he went here, he's like, yep, there's a dead body. Let's go hunt around it and try to find the culprit. I think I want to... You're at 22. I should shoot this. I think it's actually correct. And I think the odds at killing are so high, I want to skull shot... No, I don't want to skull shot this. Well, down you go. Because I had no use for the action points anyway. So the gun was loud. They hear it. They're going to escalate to me. Really wish I had leverage for this, but I don't. Okay. You don't matter, but your initiative is actually pretty good. So I think I want to slow you down. I'm going to go slow Yudo, so that the rest of my team looks pretty good on initiative. Okay. And then I'm going to start moving Tractor toward this so that we can look for big damage over here. It'll be a tactical surge turn. I'll have initiative, I'll have action points. It should be good overall. White noise moves and catches people. We get reinforcements that we can hide from for a little bit, though not for a long time. But we can find somewhere finessey to stand. It'll be okay. I would say this frequency and quality of reinforcements could not be handled with low-level guns. Glad I have high-level ones. Tactical Surge. Let's reload the Urban Assault. And the nice thing is, this gun has a lot of bullets in it. I think it's 11. It's 11 hits, which means I really want to get 4 people in the cone, if possible. That's kind of tough, but looks like if I go here... I mean, is it correct to do that when I can just... I would like to have 3 in the cone and 6 action points. That's looking... almost impossible, but maybe doable. Yeah, looks like I don't have it. Okay. Then the play is get 4 in the cone and end with a pistol shot. This cone should be wide enough to be good. It's going to be kind of loud, but we're going to be pretty far from these guys, so it should be acceptable. We get spotted a whole bunch, it's fine. If I aim here, I'm in the middle and I get a lot of people. Ideally, we're not aiming at the sniper primarily. We aim at the shotgunner primarily. Doesn't change anything ultimately, but if someone's only taking 2 bullets and it's... You know, I want it to be the sniper, that's not going to happen. Alright. Shot should look pretty good. We get a shred, we get a crit, we get a kill, we get a crit. Alright. Let's see, you're still stunned for 2 more turns. You're shredded, so this should look pretty good by dropping you lower. It's my best pistol target, basically. And I think standing here is okay. These guys can while keeping it kind of close, but I think I'm fine. Looks like I can go here and get all 3 in the AoE. That's really good. And I'm tempted to go for this gun here. So let's look at the numbers, right? So if I aim like this, they're all kind of low, but not quite dying, because it's mostly ballistic. And if I go here and aim at all 3, it's not that different, you'll notice, because of the number of bullets actually keeps up with it. And if I have things like Iron Grip and Aim Lock on, now this one won't be buffed until the second attack, but if I crit at all, or get lucky at all, we're going to get several kills in this one. So let's start the Aim Lock. We kill 1, we kill 2, we shredded him. This guy is definitely dying then. We should not use 3 bullets if 1 will do the trick. Down you go. Alright, need to successfully hide from the other guards. I mean, if Viking standing there is Tractor standing here any worse, it's slightly worse, actually. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 AP getting here, which puts me into cover. And so if I have to go for 1 attack, I can. Let's yield you. Happy should hide. Ooh, wow. That's actually wild. I was almost in vision range just on their spawn. Actually, I should be allowed to run and it's fine because I'm going to get back behind this and it'll be okay. I'm going to only briefly be in sight. And the question is, yeah, the rest of this should be fine as well. We can go ahead and delay this. Nightstorm. I kind of want to greed for loot, but I really don't want to get killed. That probably won't snap. What is reasonable for me to do here? I could grab the loot and try to run back. That's a little dicey. I'm trying to think. This box is kind of off limits. I don't... No, let's just be up here with the team and... Camera's going to see me, it is what it is, but I need to play around these guys being angsty. Put myself here. We're generating a lot of tally and a lot of security events so that they will eventually be sent toward me. This camera needs to get stopped at some point. But for now, we can kind of wait. Nightstorm is at 10 action points, which is really not ideal. Or 10 initiative, rather. Which means he's going to have a hard time, like, being useful in the combat itself. It's like, I could shoot this diversion a couple of times, and I might kill them, but if I don't, we're going to be really, 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 really sad. I mean, 80% to hit, not a surprise target. This should be fine, right? Like, no matter what. This should... Okay, we're just going to take the risk. This should be fine, I say. Let's see what happens. Lowering their armor is of minor value. We'll use Flush here. First shot's okay. Second shot, 85%. Let's go Skull Shot. Try to get this guaranteed. Not a kill. Sucks. Alright, Death Watch it is. Please don't miss. Yep, of course you did. Do you have 1 AP left? Yep. Ow. You should be out, though. Nope. Oh, that's a problem. Wow, you got all the way there on 3 action points? Damn. Okay, thankfully Viking got a better initiative roll, but that sucked. That really sucked, actually. I'm looking... I think that kill is fine. Great, you did it. You can stay here, it's fine. Happy is now sad. It's not intentional, but... it's pretty accurate. I can't come down. I can try to hide a bit more, I guess. But where can I stand where I can actually, like, get good line of sight on more bad guys? Actually, if I go here, I have shots. I think... let's see, what's the min range in this railgun? 20. Okay, that's not actually horrible. So if I am right there, 17 meters is, like, actually kind of playable. And it gives me 2 shots, which I'm thinking I want. Okay, 56 is not great, but it's not terrible. Okay. Second shot will be at, like, 62. Yep. Or, to be fair, I read it. I didn't predict that, but... I knew I was gaining a bit of accuracy from canceling recoil. Okay, more reinforcements. Thankfully, Happy is behind a wall, so she should be safe. Not much longer to go. Hold off platform to the end of next turn. That is doable. Let's see. So, Luco's still over there and being kind of useless. Ideally, he doesn't hear me. Looks like if I go down here, that'll be the case. You see me. I don't care. Let's shoot him. Yep, nice. Alright. I want to be action point efficient still, so... not worried about you. So let's reload, shoot the pistol. Down you go. There we go. Alright. You are hiding behind cover, which means these guys are not going to spot you. We can let them move and it should be fine. Yeah, these 2 people can totally chill and it's okay. Line Crawler's not catching anything. We're getting a ton of escalation. It is what it is. We can let them all act, because there's no way they run all the way up to me. I think that's so unlikely. No, I screwed up again, and I put Night Song at initiative of 8, which means she's going after one of these guys, which is not good. Sucks to suck a little bit. You go to 7, you go to 3. Alright, you're on the way up. Okay, I might be wrong about this. He's alert, which means the diversion's going to turn alert and shoot at me. No, out of action points at least, though. That shot looks playable. Revolver shot's probably better. Let's actually trigger vector. The Vikings still 1 on initiative, which is good. I'm thinking go here and shoot 3 times is, like, very much the play. Unfortunately, Zeta might totally, you know, jump in here and be angsty. 59% is not great. But I gotta get this kill. I get 3 chances. Please hit one of the next 2. Thank you. Okay, that's huge. That does a lot for guaranteeing that this guy's not going to be, like, properly angsty. Wow, that's a massive crit. 700 damage. And that's after armor blocked 500 of it. So it's mostly from the pure damage here. 600 pure, and that's... yeah, I mean, 85 armor means it was 600 pure, 93 ballistic. That's wild. This gun has more ballistic than pure. Now, to be fair, I have a bunch of ballistic as extra pure, 31%. So I'm getting, what, 68-ish? So I have, what, 200 something ballistic and about 200, like, it's about 220 ballistic, 220 pure, roughly. And because they cut 85% ballistic damage, I'm doing, you know, 6 to 1 pure damage in actual fact. Yeah, seems good. Alright, Zeta is on the way. We'll probably turn alert but end her turn. Yep, there we go. Happy can't do much. Yeah, you can't, like, attack down ledges. So I'm going to have you yield. But if I have to walk in and do something, I can. Oof, these things right here are very annoying. And most of my team is not going early, so... the play might be legit shoot this guy and then shoot the one behind him afterwards. I don't love it, but I'm on aim lock, and so I'm going to get 1 move point back. Oh no, I'm out of charges. Okay, I'm not on that. Suboptimal. Camera sees me. It is what it is. Still, that you're going after me in initiative, so... And you're already alert, so who cares? Walk in, take the shot. 60%, 40% rather, is not great, but, don't have anything else. Wow, I missed, no way. And then Happy just does not have a way of getting this fight to exist, right? Yeah, no. This is just not... There's just no angle, which is fine. I don't really mind. I can reload safely. Yeah, I think it's fine where you are. More reinforcements? No? Interesting. Oh, yep, there it is. It's usually pretty early on. There it is. More upgraded bad guys. Do what we can to hold position. So end of next turn is the timer, right? So we just have to make sure this turn we survive. Which should be doable. Anyway, people getting dispatched. Answer my question, Paige. You don't get to dodge. Why are you so sure you can help Talia? What do you know that you are hiding? Alright, you're right, partner. I have bad tendencies towards secrecy. You're teaching me to bring down my walls. I have seen this before. You know I've been facing off with Vitago for years. Well, I tried to break up a kidnap and brainwipe thing, like this, a year ago. It was too late. It was over and the shareholder was dead. But I recovered the corpse and learned a bit about what they had done to him. At the time, I thought they were just torturing the poor sap. Something else is going on here. The TNS terminal. They're trying to lift her shares. It's impossible to make a transfer of shares under duress. The rules are strict to avoid kidnap, torture, or ransom being effective ways to steal shares. But I believe you're right. This hacked-together SimStream nightmare is making it possible, hiding all the signs that would block the transfer, modulating the brainwaves, tricking all the tests. Hold the platform. I'm coming. Alright, well, one other person can hear the SMG, which is going to be you. I don't care about that. Let's see, is aim lock... Yeah, aim lock's over. So I'm going to iron grip, and I'm going to aim lock at you. This should look decent. Wasn't the greatest, but it's okay. I get one more attack here. This is okay. Great. Unfortunately, extra automatic is still on cooldown. I got a lot of free reloads, but I ran out of free reloads finally. But you should be very safe back here. These guys running up shouldn't be able to threaten. I'm going to have Night Storm try to grab... I also need to get my team out of line of sight here, so... If I go here, I should be very, very safe from all their movements. I guess if they run right across here, we're sad, but that's a little unlikely. And where she's standing specifically is safe as well, so... I think it's fine. I could try to... Yeah, ooh, okay. Stay crouched, just kidding. If I keep Happy all the way back here, she's really unlikely to get seen. Although I think actually if I sprint, she makes it and it's not a problem. Like I think I'm envisioned so little that it won't matter. I'm going to take that risk. Yep, cool. This gives her a railgun angle at some point down the line, but I believe she shouldn't be seen by people running up this staircase. If I'm wrong, she dies and I'm very sad. Or possibly dies and I'm very sad. Alright, let's see what else goes on. You are finally running over toward me. Thankfully, I'm still hidden. You are able to grab a loot box. Right, this is the last turn anyway, so we should be alright. Looks pretty good. Itemized shotgun. Run towards that. Don't quite reach it, unless I use rewind, which I'm tempted to do, actually. Yield. I'm going to rewind you so you can use +2 move points. And keep going. So let's trigger vector. Wait, I didn't get... Oh, I already had trigger vector on. That's why. Yeah, okay, that's my fault. Are you okay standing back here? I think no one can catch you, so let's just be... Let's stand there and be safe. You're walking towards those corpses. Yeah, you're running towards corpse timers. There it is. You found it. Alright, where are you headed? The way everyone else is going. Find a million corpses. Just a minefield of bodies there. That's actually wild. At some point you think they would just turn around and be like, that's too many. I'm not doing this. And then running over to go check that out. Alright. Well, theoretically, we're good now, right? I'm actually in range to snipe one guy. It's not a guaranteed kill, but we're beating him on initiative, so I feel like the shot is decent. I could also do fun things in Ricochet, but... Let's hope we get lucky with Skull Shot. Yep, we did. That's good. That gives me the ability to... It pays for the reload, essentially. And with 2 action points, I have nothing I can do. You're actually kind of scary, but you're at 20. This terminal's not safe by any means, but it does put me somewhere kind of towards the back, which seems positive. Viking can reload. I'm going to go do some initiative mods. Drop you by 2. I think hiding back here... no, let's just run kind of... Yeah, let's go somewhere like this. Should be relatively safe. And then Happy... Do I want to shoot this guy once? He's going at 18, which is not that early. Yeah, I think that's fine. We can try to wear this kill down if needed. They're all going to hear gunfire. I don't really care. Okay, some damage, not a ton. Is what it is. Okay. We get reinforcements. But we should have held the thing for long enough, so we'll see what happens. Cutscene. Oh, here they go. Alright. Well, can you help her? I don't think so. Talia is so far gone. There is no coming back from this Viking. But their abomination is working. Talia is wired right into the TNS line. All her verifications are green. She's so many levels deep in some sim world. I can transfer her shares. So you can't save her. So now all you're thinking about is the shares. It's us or Ventago. To the end. To the death. So we had a hand in this. We helped Byron find her. No, that has to be something we can do to help her. If Talia dies on that table, it's all a waste and Ventago wins. If Talia dies, her shares will pass on to whoever heir she has designated. It doesn't end here. It's very convenient. You know how much about... it's very convenient. You know so much about this and showed up just in time. That's definitely true. No, it's okay. If she dies, her shares will pass on, right? It doesn't end here. Yes, Talia certainly has a beneficiary documented, maybe a few who will receive her shares. But do we want to give them that curse? Ventago will be coming for them next. Find another black site lab to reproduce this macabre dance. When we're done with the Daedalus Bloc, it won't matter anyway. You can't save her, so you just steal her shares. So, I don't know if you pick this, it stops the entire storyline or not. We can tell her not to do it. I actually don't know, and because this is an Iron Man save, I don't have the ability to, go back and check and figure it out. I forget. I think in my last Let's Play that went this far, I tried, and I think... I guess you can go back and find that if you want. If I remember, I probably won't. I can link it below to get that info, but regardless... We can say to the end, to the death, take the shares, we'll make Ventago bleed, or we can't undo what they did, they murdered her, we have to grab any advantage we can. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Quickly complete the transfer while the condition is steady. Submitting, 10,000 shares, 25,000 shares, transfer complete, 28,250 shares of restricted Jupiter stock. We failed you, Talia, but we will avenge you. And we get to extract as her armed guard came in and got rid of everybody. Paige left a much more powerful rival to Ventago after tonight. Yep. Talia died over those damn shares, so we're taking them. So taking them was the best thing we could do. When Paige is ready to give us new work in the machinations of the Daedalus Bloc, she'll reach out with another job. Until then, keep ourselves occupied. Of course, she's injured and sad. Leverage would have helped us for sure. We got a ton of stuff from the loot boxes, though. Holy moly, that's a lot of cash. So we're not going to go too far forward, other than AIM being ready to fight, which would be kind of cool. She's going to get her bone grafts in to be more powerful. Let's spend points on these characters first, though. So yeah, we got what we wanted out of Trigger Vector and Ricochet. I don't think extra crit damage is that important. If we crit, we usually kill them regardless. In the Sniper tree, though, we can go up to Rapid Ready, or we can go up towards Nest. I'm feeling like Nest is what I want. I want the bonus pure damage. I can totally see a world where we didn't go Skull Shot and didn't go Death Watch and grab Nest earlier to get to just get this on in the first place and get a bunch of ballistic damage. This allows me, or a bunch of ballistic as pure, which lets me one-shot with sniper rifles. I think it's pretty valuable overall. In fact, I'm really tempted to do so. Finger Trick doesn't need to exist, but Yeah, it's like Death Watch is occasionally matters. Skull Shot sometimes matters. I'm gonna leave it like this. I think it's fine. You could make a case for choosing differently, but I think this is fine. We can finally get Smokescreen. That's what we were waiting for. Face gets a talent point. We're done with Insider Hustle. That's cool. We're good here on Field Coordination. We can increase the chance for headhunters on Bait the Trap. Handbrake isn't that needed. Puppet Master's already done. We can move towards pulling strings. That's pretty reasonable, all things considered. More limit breaks for more contacts. Generally a pretty positive thing. Alternatives. We can also probably start undoing Dealmaker here. Most of our money's coming from loot boxes. So there's also a world where, yeah, with loot box hunters being so good, the 25% of like direct money payments just like not that big of a deal anymore. But for now, I think let's go through here. Let's go grab Persuasion Handling and go into pulling strings. Get more stuff for our contacts. It will take very, very little time moving time forward. I just want people out of surgery and whatnot. Curious of getting exposure is fine. Let's check real quick a couple things that we can sell. We have a lot of these things. So we have some decent light armors. We have these heavy armors that I'm... Yeah, like we can run this thing no problem. The initiative mod kind of hurts, but it's so much armor. I guess maybe this one's better actually with the lighter initiative mod. Let's sell this. And then... I guess, yeah, let's use the Ursa Core instead of the Tough Suit. That seems decent. These are kind of fine. I'm sure I'm, like, choosing kind of incorrectly which ones to hold on to, but it is what it is. We have a lot of duplicate items at this point. A lot of shotguns, for example. A lot of these pistols. Let's sell a crappy SMG. We for sure don't need it. We have 3 of these shotguns. We do not need 3 of these shotguns. Let's sell 2 of them, probably. Sell 1 and then 2 to Bimmer. 180k each. Seems kind of good. This E-Rifle is not as good as my other guns. I'm pretty tempted to sell it. Let's remove the mods. And I think... I'll hold onto it for now, but probably not. We can get rid of some of these heavy hits. We already said we're doing like unique weapons per slot. So we can... Could have done it sooner. We can do it now at least. Get rid of them. Same with these executives. We can get rid of most. And then we've already got a arguably rid of sniper rifle. Hold this for now. We'll get rid of one of the song blades for the same reason. It's a duplicate. Okay, pretty good cash at this point. Not going to figure out sorting mods. As far as items are concerned, we can get rid of a ion charger. Let's see. I think cramp shot is just not a very good drug. You're spending an extra point for like some very, very small points that to me aren't worth it unless you're invested into making drugs easier to use. Basic AT grenade can go away. Patch the armor and we're going to bring it. Stim kits are pretty solid. Basic first aid kit I can sell to make room for the meta clouds, which I've got. Okay, that looks fine. I'm not going to bother selling these. I don't care. They're worth 1k. Who cares? So I've got really good money now. Field Ops 5. Character bench done. Counter Intel is 4. Underworld, we could move towards 5 to get gold cubes in trade. We've only got 32, so it actually would matter at some point. You can start that. Cold storage. What do I want? Cryo 6. I don't need Cryo 6 for anything yet. Barracks is not full, so it's fine to leave it as it is. Nanofab, I'm not going to bother with. Hacking Station could go up. Field Ops is already on the way. Detox, I really don't need any better. I could make Counter Intel slightly better, although it's not going to do much except for give me more max tokens. Do I care? No, not at all. Okay, that's not going to be that upgrade. So I think we're chilling. At some point we need Nano Scrubber. We'll put in cooling, but otherwise we're chilling. Alright. Our soldier, or our, rather, you, are in a good spot. Let's go give you this heavy armor with strength on it. And we can see I have minus 37 move speed, but I ignore 48% of it, and so I'm not slow at all. Net move speed, 115%. Thank you very much. I have plus 15 right there. Great. I have my Cybersaur who's got move speed buffs. We're ready to rock. She's doing totally fine. That's nice. Yeah. Thunder's X2, Titanium Bone Grafts, MJack 2000, ADVX Filter, Chipped Reflexes, and I did Display Link just to get some crit. None of the others really appealed to me very much. Display Link is one of the more skippable ones. Chipped Reflex as well, to be honest, but move speed's always good. And I think that mostly covers it for this episode. I don't want to move forward until the next one, and we get to run the dialogue for Daedalus Bloc Part 10. And I think, yeah, these are all... I don't care about the contacts. I don't care what the missions are. I don't have really much to spend the money on. Oh, wait. Before I forget, actually, let me switch my Cyberdecks around because I forgot. Yeah, let's go ahead and unequip the Cyberdeck. And then, before I forget, please equip a good one. Great. And then I'm curious, actually, if I look at Cyberdecks, I can afford the custom specs. If I compare, I get 10 AP, 60 IO. I don't run a memory as it is, and I don't need higher program rating because that never actually blocks me. So it's like 60 IO and 10 AP for 2.8 million. I'm like, you know, probably not. I think I'm okay as I am. I could get Matrix Link 2 though, which isn't going to take too long. Why can't I replace this? Oh, I'm injured, that's why. Right. I need... Yeah, where are you? You're here. I have this injury. If I send you for treatment, you're going to go from 4 days to only 2 days 18. 2 days 6? Yeah, sure. Let's take some time off. That seems pretty good. Great. Medical recovery is on. All right. Well, next episode, this revolver will be crafted. That's going to be pretty good. We'll equip it when it's done. And, yeah, start everything else up. So, next episode, we'll recover the team and look to play Part 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.